City Morning Show.
Good morning. Muy buenos días a todos y bienvenidos a esta edición del Sugar City Morning Show. Muchas gracias por la audiencia, muchas gracias por la preferencia en escoger Canal 10. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión, Canal 10, aquí en Trial Farm, justo afuera del pueblo de Orange Rock. Es un gran gusto poder decirles que estamos transmitiendo por cable, por aire y también por internet. Por cable tenemos arreglos con las distintas proveedoras de señal de cable que permite que nuestra señal, Canal 10, se vea, Nortevisión se vea por todo el país. Tomo tiempo para saludar a toda la gente que está en Corozal, Orange Rock, Belice, Belmopan, San Ignacio, Santa Elena, Benque Viejo, San José de Jos, Dangriga, Punta Gorda y también todos los puntos de entre medio. Muy buenos días, good morning. También estamos transmitiendo por aire un servicio especial, un servicio gratuito para la gente que vive en el norte del país. Es más, Orange Rock, Corozal, pueblo y aldeas, el norte de Orange Rock también, en particular, y Canal 10, muchas gracias por permitirnos entrar hasta sus hogares. También estamos transmitiendo por internet a través de la página Facebook de Sugar City Morning Show. Buenos días, ¿cómo se encuentran? Ojalá y bien. Las 7:03. Hoy es el primer día del mes de agosto. Hoy estuvo bastante fresca la mañana, es más, no sé qué sucedió, pero hoy noté al caminar, porque me salgo de la casa como a las 6 de la mañana, que no estoy sudando, ni las personas que salieron a hacer ejercicio estaban sudando, pues a esa hora. Pero déjame decirte de que agosto suele ser bastante caluroso, supremamente caluroso, pero bastante húmedo. Así que vamos a ver más luego lo que nos trae el reporte del tiempo. Pero antes, como siempre hacemos aquí, comenzamos nuestro show con una oración, dándole gracias a nuestro Creador, a nuestro Dios. Como siempre digo, no le tienes que poner cara a este Dios, simplemente reconocer que este poder superior existe y que es mucho más fuerte que tú y yo y todos los demás, y que es el diseñador del universo, es el espíritu que es responsable por todo. Te pido que te unas conmigo a decir: Padre, muchas gracias por tus bendiciones, por la vida, la salud, las fuerzas, por las experiencias, por tu paciencia, por tu gracia, por tu misericordia. Esa es mi fe, que tú me das todo esto. Eso me hace sentir confiado. Eso me hace sentir amado. Me hace sentir bien. Gracias, Padre, por esto. Te pido que nos continúes bendiciendo. Te pido, como siempre, por las personas que están pasando por tiempos difíciles. Aquellas personas que acaban de perder un ser querido. A la familia del señor Chequi Osho, que acaba de perder un ser querido. También a la familia Awe, que acaba de perder un ser querido en un accidente trágico. A la familia Ávila, a la familia Cal, a la familia Briceño. Padre, confórtalos, ayúdalos. Y yo sé que tendrán las 1001 preguntas, pero enséñalos, Padre, que creyendo en ti y creyendo en lo que tú ofreces, eso soluciona todo. Padre, te pido como siempre también por los niños desamparados, los viejitos que están abandonados por sus propias familias. Te pido por los enfermos en los hospitales, en las cárceles. Te pido por todos nosotros también. Y siempre lo digo y lo repito, que podamos salir de las garras del egoísmo que tanto nos mata. Padre, permítanos ser más humildes, menos confrontacional, menos controversial y más placenteros, más amables, más geniales. Padre, te bendecimos, te adoramos y te glorificamos siempre. Amén. If you've just joined us, it is 8 minutes after 7 o'clock. Good morning, buenos días. This is the Sugar City Morning Show, and now the general weather forecast coming direct from the Belize Weather Bureau. And for today, Thursday, August 1st, August, September, October, November, December, 5 months. Warm and mainly dry conditions prevail over the country of Belize. The 24-hour forecast. Mostly sunny today and partly cloudy tonight. Showers will be isolated, along with a chance of an isolated thunderstorm inland this afternoon. The winds blowing from the east at 5 to 10 knots. The sea stayed slight to light up. Temperatures along the coast, 88 degrees Fahrenheit as a high and 77 degrees as a low. Inland, we're going all the way up to 95 degrees as a high and 73 degrees as a low. And in the hills, 85 degrees as a high and 68 degrees as a low. The outlook for tomorrow, Friday and Friday night is for similar weather conditions. A high tide occurs this morning at 9:48. A low tide occurs at 4:50 this afternoon. A second high tide at 11:07 tonight, and the second low tide at 4:08 tomorrow morning. The sun rose this morning at 5:31, and the sun is setting at 6:25. The moon rose this morning at 5:58 a.m. and the moon is setting this evening at 7:50. Thank you, forecaster Derek Rudon, for this information. Buenos días, compañeros. Aquí les va el reporte del estado del tiempo y como dije en inglés hace ratitos, esta mañana estaba fresca la mañana. Es más, algo extraño porque en el mes de agosto suele ser súper caliente, pero me imagino que es los residuos del frente, porque aún así pasan frentes, no de frío, pero frentes, sistemas, y eso es por la razón por la cual hace unos 2 días tuvimos vientos del noreste, que generalmente es del norte, y es parte de lo que son los frentes de frío que van bajando, y en realidad no se les etiqueta como frentes de frío a esta temporada porque no están fríos. Frescos, sí, pero no están fríos. Pero aquí sobre el país de Belice, condiciones calurosas y esencialmente bastante secas. Continuamos viendo estas condiciones para las siguientes 24 horas. Soleado hoy, durante el curso del día, parcialmente nublado por la noche, chubascos aislados. También existe la posibilidad de tronadas aisladas en el interior del país hoy por la tarde. ¿Vieron cómo ayer hizo la gran fachada como si iba a llover por la tarde? Y no llovió. Pero yo pude jurar a todo de que iba a llover, pero no llovió enteramente. Los vientos del este 5 a 10 nudos, el resto del mar ligeramente agitado, casi inmóvil en realidad. Temperaturas por la costa 88 como una máxima, 77 como una mínima en el interior, 95 como una máxima y 73 como una mínima por las colinas, 85 como una mínima y únicamente 68 85 como una máxima y 68 como una mínima. Ahí estamos viendo el 68. ¿Qué se espera mañana viernes? Continuando viendo condiciones similares. Una marea alta a las 9:48, una baja a las 4:50 hoy por la tarde, otra alta a las 11:07 y otra baja mañana a las 4:08. El sol salió hoy a las 5:31 y el sol se oculta hoy a las 6:25. La luna salió hoy 2 minutos antes de las 6 y se oculta a las 7:15. Muchas gracias, Derek Rudon, por esa información. También tenemos que agradecer a nuestros patrocinadores, como siempre. Government of Belize Information Service, the Referendum Unit, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. También Government of, Belize Tourist Board. Digi, muchas gracias. German Vega Sons, Vega Imports, Vega Distributors. Y también Gillette's Meat Shop. A&R's, Banquitas House of Culture. Compañeros, vamos a esta pausa. Son las 7:13 y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de estos anuncios.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, rush runs, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Every friendly competition has a winner and a loser, a runner-up, a second best, someone that just doesn't have what it takes. Our friends know this feeling all too well. Since Digi introduced their new prepaid data plans, Digi plans have been happier than ever. While the other guys, their plans just can't even compare. Digi's new plans have the best value for your dollar. That's more data for less money, with even more options. So keep being a winner and keep living your best life with Digi.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa.
Who no?
Fastest question of the day. What you the letter?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
No man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
So all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's that, 5 cents Christianity.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walktown. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Son exactamente las 7:20. Muchas gracias por elegir Canal 10, Nortevisión. Y a este momento, justo este momento, te les pido unirse conmigo a darle la bienvenida a nuestro buen amigo, al señor Robert Checky Osha. Good morning, Checky.
Morning, Mr. Martinez.
¿Cómo estás?
Thank God I'm okay.
I'm glad to hear that.
And how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah. I feel good because we make connection back with Delvey again. So today Thursday, right? So we could try to see if we can make this connection.
Please, adelante.
Right away, because Delvey they change up phone and they about what they got some nice pretty states picture, yeah, boy. The picture they look good. Nike.
Connecticut.
Hi, good morning, Delvey. Good morning. Good morning. I'm alone today.
Ilaya, Damida with them.
Mr. Martinez got a market.
You see?
But he just come in back when on a call. He just come in back.
Oh, okay.
I like this
picture. I thought that you were gonna have on a New England accent.
No. I don't believe.
Yeah.
That's not changed.
Belize
That
girl.
not change.
I like this beautiful picture that you have here, girl. It look very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Checky.
You know, we had miscommunication for the past 2 weeks or a week ago. I was trying to reach you on the other number you gave me, but somehow we never made it get through, gal. Okay.
the same phone here, so that's why I gave you the other number, and then I had to leave early, so I left the phone
Yeah.
because I was only using the number for the time, so I left the phone, and then when I came back to Connecticut, because I was in Staten Island, when I came back to Connecticut, that was when I got my phone.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of mix-up. I apologize for that.
Mr. Martinez, I'm going to ask you if you don't find your phone. You got your phone, right? You got your phone.
Yes, I have.
So everything good with you?
Thanks for that.
Everything
In
good with you?
typical Creole style, where bring for me?
Send this, send that. Send a Gucci Shane.
Send this, send that. No, darling, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. When you come to Orange Walk, I don't know when, all I want is a tart. Or two.
Okay.
Maybe three.
Okay, sure.
All right?
Yeah, like four. Yes, I
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay, like four. I'll have three and I'll get Checky one.
Wow, that's good. At least you're being kind. At least you're being... No, I go accept that. As you're being kind.
I will hook you up, Mr. Checky, no worry.
I know that, man. I know that.
I'll hook you up.
Yeah. So when you're coming back?
I'm okay.
When you're coming back?
God first this weekend, I'm back in Belize.
Oh, good. Well, good.
But you're coming to Orange Walk?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
I need
okay.
to spend some time with my son and my family, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Make we go through the inspiration for today then.
All right. This morning, I have this one entitled In Search Of.
Okay, go ahead.
In search of, like, what are we searching for?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I go?
Yeah,
Alright,
go
in
ahead.
search of. Everyone has a different side of the story as we all search for the truth. Black veil, long dress, stand up, sit right, kneel down, bow down, do this, do that, and then life happens, full stop. Was it just an illusion? Was it just for a show? That church doors keep opening, but the congregation doesn't seem to grow. Who are you to tell me anything? I do whatever I feel is right, and the Lord is held as the backbencher, out of mind and out of sight. But his love surpasses all understanding, even though we don't deserve. When the sky cracks open, reality will shake our very nerves. That if when we deny him, he will deny us indeed. But the Lord is mighty and powerful in all his ways. Today is the day he has given us, if we would only open our hearts and believe. What are we searching for?
What are we searching for? I like the phrase when you said God's love is something you said there. I don't remember what exactly the word you said. But then after that you said, and sometimes we don't, well, not in the words, but sometimes you said, sometimes we don't merit the love. Something to the effect. Sometimes
But
we...
his love surpasses all understanding, even though we don't deserve.
Exactly. We don't deserve all that love. But the Lord keeps loving us and pardoning us and giving us what we want. And that is the beauty of it. And believing in God is one thing. Believing and sharing and being part of that love that he has, understanding the love, is something completely other. Because you can't believe that this person or spirit or whoever, how can he love you so much? And the thing is that most of the time we don't deserve it. You understand me? And that's a thing that I have, and I pray for every day, that we may begin to deserve those blessings, that we can do something, change something in our lives to be more compassionate, to be more humble, to be more generous, to be more loving, because that is what is being asked of us, because God is already doing what he has to do with us. He's already giving us everything.
Just for us to use it in a way that's pleasing to him.
And I'm hoping people are listening so that we can make a difference in our lives. Thank you, Delvi. Thank you very much.
Yes, and thanks for the opportunity.
Okay.
Always.
Keep on enjoying and safe trip back home.
Thank you. I am hoping to meet you guys up before I go back to San Pedro and
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, man. Yes, but of course. Of course.
Of course. Anytime you're ready, call us.
Okay.
Bye, baby.
All right. Bye.
Okay, Mr. Martinez. It's
I have a death announcement I'd like to read, and this is begins with a caption from Matthew, chapter 11, 28. It says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." It is with profound sadness that the Wade family announces the death of Lindbergh Darlington Wade, better known as Kite. He is predeceased by his mother, Pearl Wade, father, William Wade, brother, Vince Wade, sisters, Leonora Gordon and Hilda Westby. He is survived by his loving wife, Joan Wade, sons, Lindbergh Jr., Barry Lee and Shane Wade, daughters, Angela Navarrete, Karen, Sandra Wade, and Shern Jex. 3 sons-in-law, Egbert Thompson, Ron Jex, and Felipe Navarrete. He's also survived by his sisters, Corletta, Elori, Mary Wade, and Martha Shaw, brothers, Leopold, Wilhelm, Wilson, Lloyd, Lisborn, Darrell, Paul, George, and Barrington Wade, and a host of nieces, nephews, grandchildren, 8 great-grandchildren, and other relatives and friends. A wake will be held on Friday, August 2nd, at his residence in Biscayne Village. Funeral services will be held on Saturday, August 3rd, 2019, at the Biscayne Baptist Church at 1 p.m. Sunrise, the 4th of December, 2019, sunset, 29 July, 2019. May his soul rest in peace. For those listening and for those watching, Mr. Wade is Mr. Checky's stepfather, was his stepfather. So our condolences again, Mr. Checky.
Thank you very much, Mr. Martinez.
Please accept our sincere condolences to all the family as well. Please accept our sincere condolences.
Yes, sir. Yep. Well, Mr. Martinez, today is Thursday, and you know we are here on the Sugar City Morning Show once again today. And coming up shortly, well, let's welcome everyone into the month of August, no? Your month. Yep.
In 3 weeks' time, I got a big bashment.
Yeah.
Big bashment.
And also today, we'd like to invite residents of San Esteban to come out to be part of the swearing in of the new village council, new elected village council.
Installation of the new village council. And that's at 10 o'clock. I want to apologize yesterday. I made it sound as if it was yesterday. I got all my wires crossed. And I was giving out wrong information. I apologize. The installation is today, it was not held yesterday.
Okay, so it's today.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was made to understand that most village councils are doing their swearing in or installation or whatever it is in these days, no? So I think San Jose did theirs yesterday. I saw a gathering by the Trial Farm Park yesterday, and I understand that San Jose, Nuevo Palmar will be sometime, if not today, tomorrow, no? But we just want to, say kudos to all the new elected councillors and chairpersons, and just do the work and keep in contact with your people. Remember, when you're doing it for yourself, and your community. So do it and don't worry and say
mostly for the community, not unless for yourself.
Yeah. No say that, oh well, I do nothing right there, so because a minister no koya or this person would stand there bear help we if we get in a power and know it right there. So it's you are the ones that are elected. That's why we were saying, if you believe that you have the passion and the will to serve your community, put yourself as a candidate. So you have one now. So join up with the community and let's get the work done.
I agree with you 100. I agree with you 100%. And some time ago, I think about 2 weeks ago, we even discussed the Village Council Act. And we came to, at least both persons who were here, I beg your pardon, we came to a decision that the Village Council Act should be changed. It's way too ambiguous, way too vague, way too open for misinterpretation, purposefully. And I think that it's time now, when 60% of the population lives in rural areas and 40% in urban areas, that more emphasis should be placed on those people who constitute the majority in the country of Belize. Now, people would want to say, oh, Belize City has 80,000, 90,000 people, and between them and Belopan and the municipalities we have. But if you were to look at the city itself, without the adjoining villages, you're left with about 40 or 45% maximum of the entire Belize population, if you were to add it up. The rest live in rural areas.
Yeah, because the city is that much.
Exactly what I mean. No, if you consider Belize City with Ladyville and Hattieville and Orange Walk with Trial Farm and Palmar and Champa Ridge and the whole shebang, then you begin to well, I don't want to use the word metropolis, because it doesn't fit. But you know what I mean. When you're left only with the city itself, it's and you don't include, in this case, in Belize City's case, you don't include Ladyville, and you don't include certain areas. You know, you're left with the skeleton of what is Belize City. But I don't have my numbers right there, so I don't want to go into any sort of.
But you see the
but
city
the
limits.
point is that it's established that the majority of the people living in the country of Belize, a silent majority, is rural. And I believe that more emphasis should be placed in those, in trying to get those village council acts changed and make them more relevant to today's day, to today's needs. That's a strong plea. Politicians sometimes use the vagueness and the ambiguity for their own benefit. But it comes a time, if you want to do it right, you should do it right. The last time we had a problem, because the village council act says that to vote in a village council, all you need is to be a Belizean. All you need is to be, if not a Belizean, but a resident, a Belizean resident, registered that is, and to be living in the village for 2 months. And that's where the problem comes in. Who is marking down when you went in? Who is watching? Who is making sure that you live there? So people go, I live at Carmelita, or I live at Trial Farm. Who knows you? A lot of people sometimes go like, I see him quite often around there, and I think he lives there, but make a vote. And it turns out that that's the way things change.
Yeah, there needs to be more control when it comes to voting.
There needs to be more, definitely, because, well, we've seen how the system has been manipulated by politicians. So I believe that in the spirit of true transparency, in the spirit of true accountability, that those things should change. And there should be a list of voters for all villages, period.
I know, Emmanuel, it's easy to make the trick the system, you know.
Of course.
Because when I went to vote, all I do is call your name, pop. Well, I took my ID, my voter's ID. But I have other persons who just take ID. I know somebody from Carosa will vote. And just go say, hey, put a certain person name, and I just write it down, and that person got in, I got vote. There is no control. There is no control. You know, when elections and boundaries are saying that, hey, we got a list, we don't know who vote, and so only if, I believe, only if that is questioned and things come up, then look like going on a list. But then there are persons in there from different political parties who, you know, pursue them people easy because they know that they would either one in a party.
I was kind of pleased to hear that as a result of the inconsistencies, that's the word, inconsistencies being found at the village council elections, people voting that don't belong to certain villages, that as a result, those names would be forwarded or would be recorded by the Elections and Boundaries Department and forwarded to every single village council, where then upon somebody going to visit to vote, that name would be cross-checked against the list of people. Mind you, that's added job. That's an added job, and I know that the end result, what you want to do is to avoid that person from voting again.
Yeah.
Because that person has voted. And I know of certain people who actually did their due diligence and actually stopped a couple of people from voting because they had already voted someplace else.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
But it's a lengthy, well, not a lengthy process, but it could be a frustrating process, and a little bit tardy. So, you know, sometimes you don't get the information on time, and if I mean no, you did whatever.
Yeah.
But you see, we avoid all of these things when we have a list. You avoid all of these things when you have a list. If your name is on the list, you can vote. If your name is not on the list, you can't vote. Thing done. Period.
Yep. Yep.
But as it is right now, the openness of the statement, and live in the village for 2 months. Well, who's watching? Who's taking down notes that Mr. Man gonna live Bakayana on the 19th of June? So come the 19th of July, he will be living 2 months. Maybe go visit a girlfriend back there, and may not live there, but he pretends, you know.
Yeah. Hello, good morning, SugarCity Morning Show. Carla, kindly call us back. We have a little problem
We have
with the
a
connection.
problem with the connection, yes, please.
Yeah, but you see, Mr. Martinez, the thing when I say about to make people not go vote, and people vote from one village to the next thing, as some people roam and that they vote in here, I don't see no big control for try to avoid and to stop those people
But
from voting.
generally there are scrutineers, you know.
Scrutineers.
But the scrutineers, the name implies they want to scrutinize.
Yep.
You see?
Hello, good morning, SugarCity Morning Show.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
What you're portraying this morning goes on both parties.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Both political parties bring out people from nowhere to come vote somewhere, right? So it doesn't just blame one party.
Oh, we're not blaming any one party,
No,
sir.
I'm just saying what you're portraying here is you're trying to put across that the opposition won village council because they brought people from other parts of town.
That is your assumption, sir, but that's not what I meant.
That's my assumption. That's what I'm gathering. What you're trying to portray is this. What I'm saying is both political parties do the same thing, right? What we need to do in our country is remove those 13 representatives of Belize City and cut it down probably to 7. because you have people with only 1,500 electorates to vote.
No more, sir.
And one representative, right? So we need to cut that amount in Belize City and bring it down to 7. And let's see what the political parties can do. Because that's what's happening right now. The government is being won in Belize City.
Yep.
Right? Most governments, most elections are won in Belize City because they control a small little amount of people. So we need to separate that and from 13 bring them to 7, right? And give other areas, other towns, another representative, another district gives to another representative. That's what we need to do, and cut down that 13 from Belize City. Because every government, all governments, both political and both PUP and UDP, win the government because of Belize City.
Yes, very small areas, very small constituents, and that because in the city they also have a city council, have the mayor, and I think 9 or 10 councillors will help service the city as well.
Exactly. So we need to chop that, and I think no political party want to do that because the main control is in Belize City, right?
Yep.
You can have and then another thing we need to change is. A representative don't have to be a minister. You get people qualified to be ministers. Because you have people that are in power that don't know the point of their finger from the elbow. Right? Yeah. So we need to get people involved that in ministries that know what they're talking about. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got someone at that Ministry of Works and don't even know what a shovel or a spade looks like. You understand me? Yeah. And he's a Minister of Works. So we need to get engineers or architects to do the job. Doctors that can hold this position. Right? That's what we need to do in our country to progress. If not, it won't progress.
Yeah, we need
because
to go forward.
Because it's controlled by the representatives. They're supposed to represent the people, not manage the country. They represent the people. They have ministers that manage the country. That's what
I have in front of me a copy. It says as you're speaking, I go into elections and boundaries, and I went into, it says electors by division as of April 2019. And I agree with you, there's a division in Belize City that's only 1,409 members for George.
You can put that 1,005 in your pocket.
but that's the only one, because most of the other ones are like, in Belize itself, Freetown is over 3,000.
All right, let's go to Stancrick South. One person is over.
Oh, yes, I know it's almost 10,000.
He has over 6,000 people there in Stancrick South. And the area is big. How can he campaign in that area? In Belize City is a small little place and you can campaign there.
7,611 in that area.
One person representing there, one person. And Belize City, the most, I think, 2,500.
So what you're saying, Carla, is that we should do some sort of effort at creating new constituencies and balancing. But was that announced by government some time ago, and then it was delayed or whatever happened? I don't know.
Nobody wants to do it because they win because of Belize City. Both political parties don't want to do it because they win in Belize City. They can control Belize City. Once you get those Belize City in, you only need 2-3 from out districts and you win.
Yep, that's it.
Right? The majority. That's why we need to split that. We need to split that, and then we'll be better.
Yeah, because you imagine your representative will have to service 10,000 people, and one way they service just less than 2,000.
Look at Orange Walk East.
Yeah.
You got me. You are in the correct track, Cheke.
Yeah.
That's the way we need to do it. And both political parties are using that. And we need to change that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Look at we're looking here at Freetown having 3,020.
Yeah.
And Caribbean Shores having 2,751. And Fort George having, Pixock having 2,550. Fort George 1,409.
How about
Queen Square
Mesopotamia?
2,000. Mesopotamia 2,170. Fort George is really the smallest one.
I said they could merge some of the constituents together, man.
Yes.
You know?
Like Independence is 2,200 3,007.68. Collet is 3,392. Port Loyola is 4,462, which is pretty much the largest division. And then you have Belize Rural North, 3,739. Belize Rural South, these are the latest figures, mind you. April 2019 for elections and boundaries. I would imagine that they have more recent, but this is a publication. Belize Rural South, 6,703. Corozal Bay, 4,104. Corozal North, 6,233. Corozal Southeast, 5,789. Corozal Southwest, 4,917. Orange Walk Central has gone down from 7,000 or 6,000 to 5,015.
Wow. Yeah, but remember,
does that actually make you wonder? Orange Walk North went down from 7,800 to 6,505.
Damn.
And Orange Walk East is still large at 5,686, whereas Orange Walk South is 6,054. So we see those numbers coming up pretty big. Cayo North, 6,133. Cayo Central, 6,691. Cayo West, 5,355. Cayo Northeast, 6,112. Cayo Belmopan, Cayo Northeast is 4,705. Belmopan is 7,214. Actually, the biggest. Yes. Actually, the biggest division right now is Stan Creek West.
How much you
with
got?
7,611.
How much you have in Cayo South?
Cayo South, we have 6,112. Wow. And Belmopan is the second largest with 7,214. So how many Fort George can fit into Belmopan? You see us at least maybe 5.
Yeah, that's why Emmanuel, the city, Belize City, should have been in a much better shape than right now. With so much elected area representative that's in the city, plus you have the city council, and you have the mayor working as well. And the areas there, I believe they could have merged in Belize City thing, come to at least about 4,000 votes and cut it down to maybe like 7 or 8, like what the caller was saying. Hello, good morning, SugarCity MorningShow.
Okay, good morning again.
Yes, sir.
After you reading all those figures, you can see where I'm coming from.
Oh, yes.
The biggest one is 4,000 plus in Belize City. All the others are just 2,000 plus in comparison to 5,000, 6,000 plus, right? That's why we need to change that in Belize City, because they control everything in Belize City, and we need to cut that out. We need to get joint constituencies so they can be 5,000 plus.
Yep.
Right. From those 2,000 3,000 plus.
The Constitution.
Cut them out and make less representatives in Belize City, and give out some more into the other districts.
Yes.
Right? That's what we need to do, because it's easy to control 4,000 people than to control or to campaign for 6,000 people.
Or to service that amount of persons as well.
You can't. It's very hard. In Belize City, you can walk the streets in a week and you can contact your whole 5,000 people. Right? When you're out district, you can't do that. So they need to change that.
Yeah, and the out district one, the most spread out the out district one, especially in that Stan Creek area with the top out.
I'll say it again, Belize City control the elections. Because once they win in Belize City, they only have to fight 1 or 2 other districts and they're in power again. And I'm talking about both PUP and UDP. So we need to change that trend.
That's why I say, we say per election night, you always hear the Belize City seats, then they come in first, because they're very small.
You can count from 1 to 1,000 in seconds.
Yeah, and then...
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Papa, we need to take, this is interesting, but we need to take a break.
Yeah, we need to take a break. 7:51. Wow, we had an extended segment there. Let's take a break and we'll be right back with you.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Restaurants, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Restaurants.
On Wednesday, May 8th, Belizeans soundly decided to take the unfounded Guatemalan claim to the International Court of Justice, the ICJ. According to the special agreement, this is what happens next. 1. By June 8th, 2019, the government of Belize will submit the 2008 special agreement to the ICJ. Guatemala has already done so since their referendum was held in 2018. This will give the ICJ official authority to hear the dispute and to deliver a final binding result. The ICJ will then prepare a notice of when the trial will commence. 2. Next, Guatemala will have up to 1 year, that's 12 months, to submit their case to the ICJ. 3. Belize will then have up to 1 year, that's 12 months, to respond to Guatemala's submission. 4. From there, Guatemala will be given up to 6 months to reply to our arguments, and 5. Belize will then have up to 6 months thereafter to reply to Guatemala's response. 6. After the period of written arguments ends, the ICJ may allow additional pleadings, including oral arguments, and would set deadlines for those. 7. Once the timeline for arguments has ended, the ICJ will deliberate and make a ruling in accordance with the instructions and authorities granted to them by Belize and Guatemala, as per the 2008 special agreement. 8. After the ICJ's ruling is delivered, Belize and Guatemala will have 3 months to establish a joint commission to physically demarcate the boundaries between the two countries in accordance with the ICJ's ruling. The entire process will take no less than 4 years and can be as many as 6 years. This ICJ process will bring a final end to this long-standing Belize-Guatemala dispute. Belize and Guatemala will be able to put old divisions and antagonisms behind us and ensure that peace, development, and cooperation prevail.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking, plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own brand new modernized multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lemulus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 2 minutes before 8 o'clock. A beautiful Thursday morning here in Orange Walk, and I trust that it's just as beautiful wherever you are. And again, this morning we have with me, Mr. Robert Chicky Usher. And again, I'd like to express my condolences to you and to the entire family on the death of your stepfather.
Yes, Pa. Yeah. So we continue right here this
We
morning.
continue again this morning. We, in the last, I beg your pardon. In the last segment, we were talking about the inconsistencies and the lack of relevance that the present Village Council Act has. And if you were to read it, and I think that it's only right that most village council people who have been elected, chairman and councillors, they need to read the Village Council Act and see what they have within their powers and what they don't have within their powers. You will find that the Village Council Act empowers you to do certain things, and the Village Council is very evasive about others. When it comes to generating your own funds for village councils, it is so lacking. In other words, it does not give the authority to the village council to be charging trade licenses or anything like that. And the only sort of revenue that you get is if you, like Carmelita, have a sand pit, or, ironically enough, if you have bars in the village, that money is permitted to go into your coffers. And apart from that, village council does not receive anything else. Everything is at the mercy of the area representative, who will or will not help you. That is the truth. That is the way politics is. And politics being what it is here, if you are contrary to the government, you're no longer none. Period. That is from good old POP days, and being perpetuated by the current UDP. Sadly so. But sadly so, very sad. But it needs to be redone. It needs to be rewritten. I believe, because it's sending you the wrong messages. If the only money that you get is you can get money from bars, that means that the more bars I have in the village, the better it is. What kind of ideology is that?
Yeah, And that come tough on the villages because what? So because someone will go and barrier and say, well, make we give them a license because we need
the money. Thank you very much.
Need the money. And then they have one lot of them village, Emmanuel, we have a lot of shops. And shop is not considered a bar. Make we look pan
and they don't get any benefit from that either.
Make we look pan a place like Hopkins. You know much business places that have the Hopkins. And Hopkins is a village. And that money not stay there for them. Look pan Kikaka. Kikaka is a village. And how much businesses, how much hotels, how much different tourist destination. They have a lot of tourist places right there. So they have why so much things. They have some big time restaurants. What generate a lot of funds, and that is a village, so the funds don't stay for there.
Well, that's just the way what I'm talking about. It needs to be revisited. It needs to be redone, but not only about the election part, but befits because election is only like 1 day out of the year, but people are going to take benefit of that for conveniently, but what about the rest of the years? When you say they have been empowered to do work for the village council, and they go like, bueno, I better go in the office. Which office? Or I better go in and say we have a bank account. Which bank account?
And the same man
look at how much I get paid. Which pay?
When it reached to that now, that's why some people might ask, but that village council they never do nothing. They did nothing.
That's where I want to go. So how do you stimulate that?
Sometimes it gets some of the members discouraged because they go there and say, all right, make we check over there. We have so much funds and so, but no, we don't have no funds. We want to start on project, we want to do this, we want to do that. But then we need money to do it, how we want to do it. And then maybe the area representative is not of your party. So usually the area representative no look for them people. You know, I say, well, I will help you. Either help one next village or in a constituents that is in favor of his party. So that put them village there in a situation that in our work for there. That's why when look there and say, ya pasó 3 años, you see don't nada. But how you do anything without resource? Sometimes I have a leaf fundraising at some of the village. I remember Miss Rita, we have a expo fair at the park one time at Trial Farm. People never come out. The people never come out. They got people who come out, bring the items that they have, but to come out and support for people to go there and buy, it never happened. It never happened. So then they probably start to discourage some of the village council members. I said, man, we can't do nothing. Not one of us are saying that because the village council members they could go around and clean up the place and so, but there is more than that a village need. That is commendable that they get together and try to clean up, but there's more than that a village need.
But you get, I agree, but that they should help, but they shouldn't be doing all the work.
Yeah, and I need resources, man.
They shouldn't be doing all the work, no, because you're the village council means that you must go there and you must chop everybody yard,
yeah,
or in front of everybody yard.
You can work with the community. Ask the community if they join in with you. Hello, good morning, SugarCity Morning Show.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning, Chucky.
Morning, sir.
I am currently viewing your program, and what I am seeing, your discussion about village councils, their affiliation to this party or that party, and if not affiliated to the government of the day, then that village will not get any assistance. It's precisely the purview of your conversation. And that is why, at this juncture, I wish to highly recommend Honorable Elijah Aragon Jr. because I am familiar with a lot of his work. And despite the fact that many of his villages went PUP, he continues to work. And the work continues in the villages despite their current affiliation or current status in the village council, PUP or UDP, no? So I wish to commend highly the Honorable Elijah Aragon Jr. for having the view, exactly what you're talking about, that it should be equitable, despite affiliation. The work of the area rep is the work of the people, and that is Elodio Jr. doing. So, once again, congratulations, Elodio, and I only hope that the village council and the people of the rural community who are in the east will see that he's an area rep of the people, not a political party. Thank you.
Thanks to you, sir. Thank you very much. You know, yesterday we had Minister Elodio Aragon here with us, and I'm going to be honest with you. It's commendable when you hear all the projects that he has for all of these villages, notwithstanding the fact that he never win none of them villages. But he still is working for the people because he is a duly elected area representative, and he will put in the money that he has received, that he's receiving from government for the benefit of everybody in the area, and that's commendable. And I do agree with you, Carla, with that. I do agree with that, 100%.
Yeah, like when you're traveling on the highway, you pass through some of the villages, and you see some big shops in the villages, and when they have the shops and so in the village, lot of garbage, lot of dirt, lot of things staying in the village, vehicles going up and down to these shops, the place they need for fix, they need for repair. Village councils can't do anything. Although, like how the act is right now, all the revenue for them big shops and so on in the villages goes to the government of Belize and not to the village councils. So
but what I'm asking, what I'm going, because it's a good thing that we expose the problem, but the question is, what is the solution, and who is going to make the solution? Who is going to make it right? In whose hands is it to make it right? Does the Attorney General or the whatever just sits down and writes laws and says, well, I want a piece of law for the village council? No, he does not have that authority. It has to come as a mandate from government. What do you do? What organizations are there in place to help promote the topic and to help it get all the way to cabinet level, where at the end of the day that is going to be discussed and is going to be worked on?
Well, that's supposed to be where rural development officers and DAVCO comes in place.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is where DAVCO comes in. And a lot of people wonder what DAVCO is. DAVCO is the District Association of Village Councils.
Under the body of NAVCO.
Under NAVCO, which is the National Association of Village Councils. So I would like to stimulate. I'd like to encourage.
If you break it down, Emmanuel, for viewers to understand, when you're talking about DAVCO, it's a body that's made up of all the villages in one district. So they should
each chairman of each village has representative in DAVCO.
Yeah. So
in other words, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. I just want to say it correctly. The chairman of each village council automatically belongs to DAVCO.
Yeah, and they elect a chairman of that organization. So when they have their meetings, they can take to DAVCO, okay, this is what is happening in our villages, we can't do that. Then DAVCO takes that to NAVCO, and NAVCO take it to the government. But I wonder how far you go after that. So people could know when you talk about DAVCO, okay, who is DAVCO and what is DAVCO? That is DAVCO, they have the organization of all the villages them, under one body with the representation of all the different chairpersons. So the chairpersons can go to those meetings and say, this is what is happening. Man, we could try write up some kind of proposal, we could try write up something to make sure that we could try get better representation. Let's look into the laws and present it.
And this is what I'd like to ask the youth to become more involved in these things, because you all, I guess that you have pretty much, the youth in the villages has pretty much relegated the job to the elders and said, ustedes preocupense de esto. But I'd like to invite, that's why I was particularly pleased with this election. Village council, there was a lot of young faces in the village councils, you know, for both parties. But the question is, have they read the Village Council Act? And are they willing to get up and do something so that we can change that Village Council Act? Because it is too damn bloody antiquated. It's just too antiquated and made irrelevant for today's needs. You have a Village Council Act, that I don't know how many years old, and we don't try to do anything about it, and we still go ahead and we utilize it every single day, and then we pretend as if it doesn't exist many times, but then we use it as a defense. Hey, we cannot because no money not there. So villages are going to get stuck, and the people who live in the rural areas are going to be the non-beneficiaries of any projects.
Yeah.
Because it could be different. It could be different, where they could be generating their own money. They could be they could do wonders, especially the large villages.
Yep. Yeah.
Because look at Trial Farm. Look at Ladyville, Hopkins. Those are large villages. But does the village council have any money to do certain things? Ask them. Ask them if they have any money to do all the work that is needed for the village. They don't. They don't, because the system does not provide for it. So that system needs to be changed. Where do we go from here? Then those persons who are listening, who are members of the village council and are listening, need to begin to pressure to change the status quo. Because at the end of the day, it's not only the political ambivalence, ambiguity rather, that we're going to keep it there because of it works for both parties. No, we're not going to keep it there because we use it conveniently. But at the end of the day, we are interested about the welfare of the people. What can the village council truly do for the villagers? What can you do? Because if you're elected and at the end of the day you have nothing to work with, might as well I keep out. Simple, straight. What do you say?
Yeah, well, this person asks, what's the responsibility of an area representative that has village in his constituents and that area rep is a minister? What can they do for their village?
You see, as it is right now, I imagine that the area rep has the responsibility to offer all the villages in that area. But it's even made worse when that area representative is not of the leading party.
That's it. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah,
please lower the volume of your TV.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Anyway, I am listening to you and I totally agree with you. There needs to be some serious review of the Village Council Act, for two reasons better. One, if the Village Council has and can access its own resources, like via, Checky was mentioning, big shops in a village, this in a village, and the revenue does not come to the leaders, then they have no revenue to work with. That is devastating. We need, as a developing country, we need to improve the quality of services, but above that, we need to let the rural leaders have their own revenue for two reasons. One, we are a developing country, and we don't need them back a bush timing. We need to move and for a leader in the rural community to feel useful, he has to be motivated. And to be motivated, he has to do things that will give him the satisfaction that he's serving his community, and the community will look at him favorably. But aside from that, if the rural village council leaders can do their own thing, it relieves the area rep of a lot of responsibility, be worrying about this, worrying about that. He has more time to deal with more serious issues, more serious problems. So as we move forward as a country, I agree with you, the act has got to be reviewed, and the leaders, the rural leaders, has got to be motivated, and they need to be given the resources to show that they can lead. I mean, it useless to make I be a hard-working leader and have none for work with. That waste of time.
Yeah.
We are moving forward as a country. The area rep needs more time to do other things, so give them their own revenue collection system, let them act on their own, and relieve the minister or area rep additional work. So we need to move forward. We need to be proactive, not reactive. So I agree with you. We need to revisit the act. We need to give the rural leaders some self-respect, self-reliance, and self-sustainability. So a serious review. And I'll tell you what, somebody once told me when I was little that every problem has a solution. 1. 2, if you look hard enough, you will find a solution. So rule number 1, kick in. Every problem has a solution. All you need to do is look and look hard enough. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you very much.
An interesting text, Mr. Martinez. He said here in Guinea Grass, we have a elected village council, but our area representative is not a minister. How can he help us?
Well, let me tell you something. Even the area representative who is not a minister gets money from government. It may not be a lot, but he gets it.
And that's the service the area.
That's the service, the needs of the area. Mind you, I don't know, honest to God, I don't know what $8,000 can do to help an area, to help an entire area where 6,000 people live. But that doesn't mean that should take care of everybody. In other words, what I mean is, for big projects for everybody, I guess that big projects, I don't know if they ever come true. To be honest with you, I don't know if I'm getting into a little murky waters here, because at the end of the day, government will, the politics being what it is, because I have to caption this whole thing, unfortunately, is that people who are in the opposition just not get none.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning, Mr. Usher.
Good morning, El Rey de la Selva.
How's the morning, sir?
I'm good, and yourself?
Well, I'm just doing a set here in San Esteban, my brother.
Okay, how is the beautiful village of San Esteban today?
How
is the beautiful village of San Esteban today?
As always.
Okay.
Oye, acabo de escuchar que tuvieron una llamada o algo de Guinea Grass, del nuevo concilio que se fue afortunado el ganador en Guinea Grass.
Sí, señor.
Y que dicen de que ellos tienen su area rep, no tienen un area rep, solo es se crea un standard beer allá.
Tiene un area rep que está electado, pero no es su ministro.
Exactamente. Y según entiendo yo, ellos hablaron de una manera de que ellos quieren que el gobierno los ayude. Yo quisiera dar un mensaje bien claro a todo el país de Belice, y especialmente a las personas que están de esta índole como se encuentra en Guinea Grass. Hay muchas maneras que un village council puede tener finanzas. No se tiene que atener a ningún gobierno. Yo creo que el village council tiene autoridad de hacer bailes, tiene autoridad de hacer actividades para recaudar fondos. Hay muchas maneras, como un maratón de fútbol, un bingo, un baile. De todas maneras, hay formas como un village council queriendo trabajar con el pueblo, ya que el pueblo lo eligió. Yo creo que los van a soportar también en las cosas que tienen para vender, por ejemplo, en bingo o en bailes.
Sí.
No hay que atenerse mucho al gobierno. Sí, realmente, cuando hay una necesidad de un proyecto en la aldea, es deber responsabilidad de cualquier chairman y consejo aldeano luchar, no pelear como muchos dicen, sino que luchar con cualquier ministro, ir si es posible hasta Belmopán y sentarse con el ministro responsable y llevarle sus planes. Por ejemplo, si hay personas en San Esteban o en otras aldeas que necesitan terreno, necesitan lotes para hacer su casa, hay muchos terrenos alrededor del pueblo que están dentro de San Esteban Country. Esos terrenos se deben de negociar, como se ha hecho anteriormente. Tenemos la historia de la escuela de San Esteban. ¿Quién sabe más de la escuela de San Esteban sino yo, que trabajé 9 meses a medio precio como albañil? Entonces, como te digo, hay muchas maneras de hacerlo y hay muchas maneras como se puede hacer una petición si el pueblo necesita expansión de terreno. Y esos terrenos aún, que sean propiedad, se puede negociar el gobierno con la persona y se subdivide para la gente que necesita terrenos. Hay muchas maneras como un village council, queriendo trabajar con el pueblo que lo eligió, puede trabajar. Como te digo anteriormente, sí es necesario, hay veces que hay, por ejemplo, hay una aldea grande que necesita una secundaria. Claro que tiene que ir con el ministro, claro que tiene que ir con el claro que tiene que hacer una petición. Todo eso va sobre cómo uno quiere trabajar con su pueblo, ¿no? Solo eso les digo, que no hay que atenderse mucho con el gobierno. Sabemos que hay cosas que el gobierno tiene mucho gasto en nuestro país. Hay que hacer nuestro propio negocio. Por ejemplo, como les dije, para recaudar fondos hay muchas maneras de trabajar con el pueblo. Muchísimas gracias.
Okay, thank you very much.
He has a valid point. What's your...
Yeah, very valid point. It's not only to say, okay, si no está dando nada al gobierno, pues no podemos hacer nada. Because there is...
Falta, y entonces cae lo que llaman lo que es el conformismo. No, ay, el gobierno no me ayuda, por eso no va a hacer nada. Pero con un concepto completamente diferente es, vamos a luchar, vamos a trabajar para el bienestar de... Y eso es lo que es importante. Y por eso quiero decir que me gustó el ánimo del Village Council en San Esteban. Me gustó el ánimo que ya están instalando luces, ya tienen es un action team y por eso me impresionó mucho. Ojalá y sigan bien con su trabajo, ojalá y sigan impresionándonos con su dedicación y su dedicación al pueblo, porque nos ganaron el corazón y nos gustaría que continúen siendo exactamente como lo demostraron hace varias semanas. Así que les pido por favor continuar el buen trabajo.
Yeah, because if you are doing some fundraising, you're trying to raise some funds, you could do a presentation to rural development and saying, hey, we want to do this little park here or this monument. It's costing us $2,000, but we already have $800 or $900. Is there any way that we can get some help? So when authorities see that you are trying to do something, you're trying to help yourself and put in your part, then I really think hard to try to come up and say, you know what, there are people that push. Make we help them. You understand?
Yeah, we need to go on a break now. It's exactly, time is going quickly, 26 minutes past 8. Let's take a break and we'll be right back with you.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico. The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopon Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. Diginet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, Diginet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by Diginet. Diginet Boost, now available countrywide.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Franz, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 33 minutes after 8 o'clock. We have 27 minutes left of the Sugar City Morning Show. And we have decided to dedicate those 27 minutes to something different today. You see, every year we have the National Song Competition. And we here in Orange Walk and in North are rather oblivious to all of what happens in Belize City sometimes. And it's either because we don't know or we don't care or whatever the reason for that. But I'd like to create a consciousness within our own people to try to get some sort of nationalism going. There is a national song competition. The entries, the deadline for entries has already lapsed. But now we can begin the voting process.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to ask Chucky to follow up here on what it is that we can do.
Well, the National Song Competition, online voting started on Monday. And now you can go to www.mynationalsongbz and you can listen to the songs in different categories.
Mm-hmm.
They have the Carnival Song Competition, they have the National Song Competition as well. And they have for the juniors, so you have a Carnival, the Belize Song, and My National Song Competition, right? So you can go there, you can listen to the songs as well, because the songs are available there. You can listen to the songs and say, oh, I like this one, I can vote for this one. You know, that part of the voting will be added to the competition when the competition comes near. That will be a separate judging, no? But encourage the artists by voting for them. This competition takes place on the 10th of August.
I'd like to invite, I have not heard all the songs, but I'm going to play a quick little, what you call it, of them, so we know what it is.
So what you're looking at here?
Boris, this is the Carnival series?
That's the category one?
No, I wanted Carnival songs.
But that's not Carnival. Carnival is a Carnival again.
Carnival again, let me see. That's one of the songs. That is by Boris Matsakis Belial. And then we have another one, and it's called, and that's coming from, he said, Walk It Up. That's from the Kaya district.
Wow.
That's from the Kaya district. Let me just quickly pull this up. Elizabeth Starr, Queen Garbett.
Nice voice.
And she's from Kaya.
Voice sound good.
Yeah. I'm inviting you to go into my nationalsong.bz webpage. Just go into mynationalsong.bz and you can vote for any or all of these, any or all?
Yeah.
All right, of these contestants. Then you have another one, it's called Lady Infamous. by Rhodesia, Lady Infamous. Let's listen to her quickly. Rhodesia, yes. The name is Come My Way.
If you notice, most of the carnival songs are not too much up-tempo, right?
I was going to comment on that.
Yeah, not too up-tempo,
but
they are in the carnival category.
Then we go into Leslie Mr. Bastic Jenkins.
He came in second last year.
Well, he's a little bit more up-tempo.
Yeah.
Party Never Done. And then we go to Jared J.C. Cornejo. I'm inviting you to go into the My National Song competition, My National Song at BZ webpage, and you can vote for these, and you can get a glimpse of all the songs that are going to be the big players at the carnival. This one is Raise Your Flag, and that entry from Corozal.
Corozal. We're supposed to have 4 from Corozal.
Oh, there are plenty of them?
We have 4 from Corozal.
Then TNS presents which is Extreme Voltage. Missy.
That's Missy B, right? That's from Corozal too.
It's a district Belize.
Oh, Belize district? What's the name?
Extreme Voltage, Barbara, Missy B.
Yeah. Well, they are originally from Corozal, no? But maybe they put it in a Belize category kind of figure.
Yeah, that's a Belize category. Then you have DJ Lexi Greenwich in the mood. What can say what she's...
What mood she's in.
Uh-huh. I like her voice.
Yeah.
I like that.
And you see, Mr. Martinez, when you listen to some of these songs, you're hearing some of the songs in these songs similar to the ones that we hear coming out from Trinidad and different parts of the Caribbean. Because what happens now, these songs are not produced mostly by bands. There is a MPC, a Akai MPC equipment gadget that does these sequences and different parts of the sound. They have different ones from Akai as well. No? Akai is just the brand. And you can do your different parts, and it has pads on it. So you want to go to the bridge, you maybe just play the pad and go to the bridge. If you want to come back to the chorus, you just flip it back and it goes right back. You know, that's why you hear some of them have some similar songs. So. But I'm glad to report as well that we have 4 entries from Corozal.
Oh, what happened to Orange Rock?
Well, we win the team, you know.
We don't just settle for anything.
Yeah. And so voting will end on the 10th of August at 6 p.m. online voting.
And I'd like to also say that what we listened to a little while ago was some of the songs from the Carnival Songs section. Then you also have an option of listening to the Belize Song category. That's the word I was looking for. And then you also have the category for juniors. And it says both Carnival and Belize Song. And this is for juniors. And you can go in and you can vote. Now, let's talk about the prizes. Maybe people don't feel stimulated enough or incentivized sufficiently. But Checky, I'm going to ask you to talk about the prizes.
Well, if you haven't entered yet, you cannot enter again because it's closed already.
But for next year?
Yeah. But for the online voting, Emmanuel, it's called the People's Choice Award, online voting. And that's a prize by itself of $500. So any artist who wins that has nothing to do with the judging on the stage when you go and perform. This is just online. But when we are looking at the prizes, we are looking at great attractive prizes. because for the Belize song category, for Carnival and Belize song, there is a first place of $10,000.
$10,000. What?
And you also get a trophy, which includes a professional video and
Trip to regional competition and
Yeah.
festival.
Right.
What would that be? A trip to regional where? In Central America?
You were talking about the
or
Caribbean. Caribbean. You know,
All
when they
right,
have these big
Caribbean.
festivals.
That means I'm going to Trinidad then.
Yeah, go to Trinidad or different.
Can I go to Brazil?
I'm not sure. I believe so.
All right.
I believe so. And that's the first prize, and the second prize is $3,000 and a trophy.
And a trophy.
What
And that's for
trophy?
the Belize song
You
senior
know,
category.
When some people get trophy, they say, "Me no want the trophy, man. Me just want the 3,000." But the trophy will last longer than the 3,000, and the trophy signifies you're winning.
God bless you, Chucky. God bless you. At least you.
Well, you're not estimate me or what?
No.
Because
no,
at least you.
No. What I mean is people would normally look at it and
Give it a trophy?
Give it a trophy.
Or they take the trophy.
And they take the trophy. Belize Song Junior category, first place, $3,500 and the trophy, which is inclusive of a video. And second place is $1,000. Oh, but did we say that the second place for the Belize Senior Carnival and Belize Song was $3,000 and a trophy?
Mm-hmm.
And in the Belize Song Junior category, you have first place $3,500, second place $1,000 and a trophy, and then the breakout artist. What's the breakout artist, Jeff?
It's like if you could be a musician for 20, 30, 40 years, but you come as a breakout artist when it's your first entry. If it's your first entry, then there is a prize for that as well. And the breakout, if they only have one breakout artist, one new entry, then that person automatically wins that $500. But when they have more than one, then the same scores is from the judges goes to that. But if you are a breakout artist and you are higher in the scores of the breakout artist and you are the winner of the competition, then you cannot win both.
So in other words, a group of young men decide to go up and tell you, and they're damn good.
Yeah.
They're not as good as the winner of the competition, but this is their first time on the stage, and they managed to rock up the whole place. And they had little quirks, they had little problems with their but what you could see was good animal, good spirit, good sounds, and you go like, yeah. I mean, you're not fit for win number one, but you know, good breakout artist.
Yes,
that's what you call it.
That's right. And that, I believe that's an encouragement for other persons when the competition comes around again, then encourage other persons to go in. But next year it's going to be a little different, Emmanuel, because they will start sending out applications from around probably May and June, and try to see if people can get their song in, because what they want to do, they want to have the judges to work along with some of the artists as well to help them put their song together. After they have already written their song, if you need to put a bridge in it, or if you need to do some kind of crescendo when it comes to the choruses and that's where the adjudicators will come in and try to see how they can help them get it done.
And remember that everything is under the one National September Celebrations theme. And that theme is from Maya grandeur to modern glory. Together, let's shape the Belizean story. And I'd like to again congratulate El Primito Eloy Escalante, because he was the one who, and I still stick to my story. Rosie had something to do with this too. Yes, I still believe so. I'm not telling you that Eloy isn't smart enough. But I still cannot undermine Rosie at all.
When Eloy,
I cannot, and I will not.
When Eloy don't stick by something, hard for you change for him mind, you know. Because he tell no man that this girl Rose, that this, you know. And Eloy will have an opportunity to make an appearance at the opening of the national celebration as well.
Oh yes?
Right.
All of us have big time.
Yeah,
you got big time. Christ.
But he earned it, Emmanuel. He earned it. And then, so since the song competition will happen in Corozal on the 10th of August, there will be a pick So far, song competition were traditionally held in Belize City. They moved it to Danriga, and when they were at Danriga, they did a pick, and that pick went to San Ignacio. Last year in San Ignacio, when we did the pick went to Corozal. So this year, let's see which district will be fortunate to have the song competition next year, because in Corozal they will be doing a pick. And also for the opening of the September celebrations, remember, I believe it was 2 years ago, Orange Walk was the host of the opening of the September celebration. Last year it was Cayo. So, I could hope that Orange Walk can get it. Because Orange Walk left, Belmopan left, San Pedro left, PG
And
left.
that would be the place where they would actually come
Right.
to hold the what you call
Yeah.
it. So, but does that present logistical problems, or
What?
does that, when changing around and going to a venue that may present challenges and so forth?
No, then the organizers look into the district and see what's the best venue to have it. And at the time of the year when they're having, they have to look at the weather and everything. This year they will be having it at the Civic Center in Corozal, but they will be having it to the back of the center where it's open, because it's free for everyone. It's free for everybody to come out here, reach here, sit down and enjoy yourself.
Okay.
It's a family affair, man.
I'm glad to hear that. We have barely 12 minutes left. Anything else that you'd like to add on in the Belize? Anything I'd like to say, Checky, to the musicians here in Orange Walk? Maybe try to stimulate them for next year?
Well, I would like to say to the ones that have sent in their songs and they were not selected, don't throw away that song. That song means a lot to you, and it can touch somebody else's life. Because when these songs, when you have that breakdown list, it's tough to say, okay, this one or this one. You know, that means your song are there. But it doesn't mean that because your one never make it, then your song is dead. It's not dead, because that song will always be new until it's released. If you take 10 years from now to release it, that song won't get old. So you hold on to what you got and try again next year. Keep on trying. You can become, you see, this open the door for you all to apply. And by applying, you have to do a song. So you say, okay, make I start to do a song. You know, encourage you to start to get in the music business. Music business is not only about making money. Music business is about producing music, and they're hearing your music out there. You're already in the business. You're already in the entertainment business. And if you're a person that only speaks Spanish or Garifuna or other language, then you can apply as well. You can do your song in Spanish, in Quechua, in Maya, Garifuna.
And can you do it in anyone?
Anyone. All you need to do is to submit.
Let me interject, because I'd like to say, hey, we've had songs in Garifuna, we've had songs in Creole, we've had songs, but none of them in Spanish.
Yeah.
And the Latinos pride themselves in being, the biggest ethnic group in Belize. And tell you what, we don't have song.
But you see what happens to some of them people, some of the artists who could do songs in Spanish, say, man, I don't know song in Spanish because I Belize City, we're going, and then people are like this. But it's not about the people, it's about the judges. The judges are from a wide cross-section of different cultures.
But that's being very narrow-minded, because they're only thinking about the one day, but hey, that song could live in perpetuity. That means that any one time, would you imagine that any national song that you write could be played at the Central Plaza come Independence Day, when alongside, it's just like when they have national celebrations, independence celebrations in Mexico. It's not only the national anthem that is played, you also have other songs that are played, other songs, El Wapango, notably.
El Wapango.
Yeah. Is notable. And I mean, I was in Merida and some years now, and even the music to the fireworks was done to the beats of El Wapango, and it was beautiful, and it's classified as the second national anthem of Mexico,
Yeah.
But we're lacking that. nosotros los latinos, yo incluido, necesitamos algo para que nos motive para escribir canciones y resaltar, porque en realidad estamos quedando atrás en este juego de la música. Atrás. Y no es que no podemos, es que simplemente no queremos. Yo creo. Porque si nos pusiéramos a hacerlo, vas a ver cuánto no puedes hacer.
Yeah, so if you will be performing your song in a different language, all you need to do is to bring the lyrics in English, and you can submit your song, and you can perform it in whatever language you want. And all you need to do is to go there, make sure you have good lyrical vocal content, make sure your voices are clear, make sure you work the stage, you work with the audience, because that's part of the judging. And all the artists, Mr. Martinez, has a package that the judges has. So they know what the judges are looking for, and there is a time frame that should be not less than 3 minutes and not more than 5 minutes. Some people, when they go on stage, they like to say, okay, Bob, we'll come again, and they start to talk, you time the run.
Oh, I also like to say that the national, the finals at the Corozal Civic Center will be held on August 10th.
Yeah, on the 10th, which is next week Saturday.
Which is next week Saturday. And it's a big, but we're close to Corozal.
And it's free.
And it's free at 8 p.m. Corozal Civic Center. So we look forward to your online participation in the voting, and also your attendance at the finals at the Corozal Civic Center in Corozal Tonga at 8 p.m. on August 10th. Remember that August 10th here in Orange Walk is also the date for Giancarlo Productions at the Crystal Palace Auditorium.
Yeah.
And for the presentation of Frenemy. So I'm asking...
Frenemy?
Frenemy.
Oh, Frenemy.
Frenemy. Okay. The one who sit down and eat around your table, and as soon as they get up, they talk about you.
I hear it was produced by Oliver Lodge.
Oliver Lodge, oh yes. He's not going to be here, but his play is going to be presented here in Orange Walk by Giancarlo Productions, and I hear it is good. Good is not the word. Very good. So buy your tickets at Shell One Stop. Buy your tickets at Home and Garden, the Lights on Main Street, because this is a good opportunity to have fun, man. Instead of lock up home, done potato couch, to watch TV whole day, get out and enjoy yourself. Have a laugh, you and your family. Treat your wife.
And as well, Mr. Martinez, the song competition, also they will have a clock this year.
A clock?
Yeah, clock, big clock out there.
Mm-hmm.
So once you're called on stage and you reach on the stage, that clock starts running. You know, sometimes I reach on the stage at the MC the interview, the clock not start to run yet. But as long as that music starts,
and la música maestro, the music starts.
And then
the clock starts.
Runs. And then if that song's finish before 3 minutes, then you will be disqualified. The song should not be less than 3 minutes and not more than 5 minutes. And if it goes over 5 minutes, then you could be the best artist. You could perform the best, but you will not get that prize because you went out of clock time. And also,
so the song must be between 3 and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So not short me no 30 seconds before 3 minutes, and not drag it past 5 minutes.
And then also, when it comes to persons participating more than one time, there was a little...
And is that criteria for all the songs?
Yes, everything. Everything, and all the artists, they know that because they have the packages from the same package that the judges have, and the category and how they will be voting. Also, Mr. Martinez, people were saying that why certain person is winning more than one time, and they say that only 3 times you can win consecutive, and this person still goes into the competition. But this person won more than 3 times, but he never won 3 times consecutive. So that person is still qualified to go in. That person were asking why this person come in again and don't win more than 3 times, but they have to win it 3 times back to back to back to back.
No, I think Coconut Boy has an entry in the Belize song.
All right.
And it says the Belize history. Inviting you to go in. That sounds good. Latifa Alvarez, what's happening in Belize? Coming out of Stan Creek.
Oh, Viga. Nice rhythm.
Oh, yes. Okay, then you have Everett. And looks rather young, don't you think so?
Yeah, you look young.
Everett Nunez from Belize. I like it. And then you also have, again, DJ Lexi Greenwich singing a song, No Other Place. And that's also from Belize. Okay, then you have Egbert Gill.
He's from Corozal.
He's from Corozal as well.
Yeah. Egbert Gill. Egbert Babes Gill. He's a reggae man.
He's a reggae, yeah, I like it. I like that. Then you have Kaylin Casey Reynolds, Belize by Hope from Corozal as well.
Yeah.
Corozal, hey, congratulations.
Corozal got foreman.
And then you have, to call it off, you have Dennis Rekina from Cayo.
Yeah, he's from Roaring Creek. Every year Dennis going.
I'm going to drop. Sé que ya lo hice, aquí la República. Hey, you have to come up, Orange Up, you have to come up. For the people that left me behind. Why must we be left behind? No. Hey, I want to ask you to go into mynationalsong.bz, vote for the people. You'll notice that there are entries from Belize City, from Corozal, from Cayo, from Dangriga, but none from Orange Walk. Where they go on, Orange Walk? Where they go on? And we have talented people here, musicians. Can it be that we don't want to participate? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Por qué no queremos participar? Pero pueden votar si es que les interesa entrar y votar para su canción favorita. Ya son las 9 de la mañana, sin embargo.
Yeah, we need to go. So Ernestine Carballo will be defending her championship this year. Defending her championship this year. Yeah, I don't think he entered up there. And then Coconut Boy will be representing. He will be representing.
But hold on, but if her entry is not there, how can she compete?
I'm not sure of that part, because the last meeting I went to, her song was supposed to be submitted, but I don't really know if he decided, because she's out of the country right now. So we're not sure
if
if
she's
she'll
not
be
there,
back.
but then she can't run. Yeah. People can't vote for her.
Yeah,
for
but
that
remember,
time.
this voting is just for populists, right? But it's time for us to go, Mr. Martinez. Coconut
Well-
Boy will be representing in the junior category as a Belize song, not for a Belize song, because he won last year, so he's representing again. And it's time for us to go. We'd like to thank everyone who tuned in. Remember, the wake for Mr. Lindbergh Darlington Wade will be held on Friday at Biscayne Village at his residence, and the funeral service will be held at 1 p.m. on Saturday. We invite residents of San Esteban to come out this morning, 10 o'clock, pa? 10 o'clock. My name is Robert Checker Usher. This show repeats at 9 o'clock tonight, and we have a next edition tomorrow morning at 7.
My name is Emmanuel. Cuídense mucho. Nos vemos mañana. Primero Dios.
Sugar City Morning Show.